What's up, everybody? My name is Hunter, and I am reporting under a sad situation. As a mango farmer here in Central Florida, just wanted to share and document some of what I've seen after the Florida Freeze event. So, I'm growing here on a little over 6 acres, and I've got primarily a lot of just weird niche tropical trees, but I've been moving more into mangoes, and those have been my focus recently. So just for my records and maybe anybody else, I kind of wanted to document what I saw after the freeze event, and it is not looking good out here. So I want to start and just show some of the things that I did as best as I could to prepare. So we'll start with the small trees. So in hindsight, I just planted this entire row back here, I don't know, in September. What I would have done differently is I would have just dug them out of the ground. They're small enough. I would have put them in pots. I probably have about 15 trees on this row that are new and young, and they're all niche. I mean, apricot, St. Maui, Carla, Bennett Alfonso, just some really cool stuff. Now, that's what I would have done going forward when we do get one of these types of freeze, the every other decade type freeze that is very low. For me, I got 22 here for basically 2 nights. It was really horrible, very, very cold. So again, right here, this is an apricot mango. And what I did was I used this foam insulation right on the tree, and then I took this big mulch pile, and I buried the whole tree in mulch just about. Hindsight, I would have dug them out, but they're doing okay. This one made it. This is an apricot variety. The graft is right down here, and we are pushing some new growth on the tree. Today, I guess I'll remove these off of, I just have them on some metal stakes. So I'll remove those off so the growth is fine. Not all of these made it. It looks like this one here didn't make it, and this is the odorata. Well, yeah, so it died below the graft. The graft is right here. That's the graft. No good. It's growing down here. Didn't do what I wanted it to do. Totally my fault. Should have dug it out. Some of these other ones are fine above the graft. This one is Bennett Alfonso, and it's still green right above the graft. It got shot back pretty hard, but as long as I can get a bud or two, yeah, so we got a bud pushing right here. You probably can't see it. So I'm stoked about that. My goal was just to keep the varieties alive and not lose the varieties. This row of mangoes are slightly larger. Got a pina colada there, cac, Ceci Love, and they got absolutely zapped. This is probably the coldest part of the property because it slopes right down into that retention pond. Now, oddly enough, the thing about this property is that if the cold air is completely still, it flows downward. So it'll flow downward into that retention pond. So beneficial for me if there's no wind. The one night we were gusting at like 35 miles an hour, so there's really nothing you can do about that. Let me pause. So the whole top of this pina colada tree is toasted. This ain't coming back. You know what I mean? Down here, same thing, mulched them all the way up. And if I do a little scratch test, we got some green up in here. So that's fine. That's good. That's all I could hope for at this point. I'll walk around and show a little more. So right here, big ol' harvest moon, and it got zapped. They all got like that. I mean, peach cobbler. This is the harvest moon. This is how the trees are looking. Really rough. I expect the whole top canopy to die. Now, the main trunk will probably live, but the main canopy's dead. If you want to see a sad sight, I'll take you over to my Cecropia trees. But before we look at those Cecropia trees, here's a little video that I took at maybe 4 in the morning when I went out and checked a mulch pile to see the temperature reading inside the mulch pile versus on the surface. So take a look at that. All right, I want to show you guys something. I'm out here with a temperature gun next to the mango trees in the grove. It's freaking cold outside right now. It is showing the ground temp is 6-7 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, now check this out. Watch this. I'm mounted up with mulch on this tree, so I'm about to show you why mulch works for me. So I just moved it off. Let's check out the temp in here. 22. I just saw over here, we were at 44. Check this out. Deeper you dig up in here, look at that, 42 degrees. That's the difference between life and death. Yeah, stay warm, people. Thank you. Here it is. Take a look at how the Cecropia, the gummy worm tree, fared. It's really sad. Now, I've got 2 more large ones right over there, and I did a scratch test on them, and they're still green. But what's interesting is it looks like the whole tree was oozing sap, so it literally looks like it was bleeding. I mean, take a look at this. I don't know if I can see the color. So yeah, the sap that came out of these was wild. The whole thing just covered in sap. Look at that. The top of it all turned orange, and that's all from the sap. Now, they got wrecked pretty bad. They're alive, but worst case scenario, if the whole thing dies, they'll sprout back up. You'll lose all the growth. And we got set back at least 2 years of growth from this cold snap. Really rough. Hate to see it, but it was time for the freeze. We were past due, and we did what we could, you know. This is kind of interesting. I've got 2 avocados right here, right? So this one is a Joey avocado, and it is untouched. I mean, it's green and it's blooming. This is about maybe 2 weeks after the cold snap, the cold freeze event. This avocado is a red skin avocado from a seedling that's actually quite good. But, you know, just avocados, I know there's different types, Indian types, some other things, so some can't take the cold, some can't. I'm not too familiar with the avocados, but just looking at it, I mean, everything got zapped. That's a lychee, that's a canistel. Yeah, I mean, mulberry's fine. You're never gonna have a problem with cold and mulberries. Grumachama, little grumachama action, got zapped. The weird thing about this fruit is I recently started getting little like guava type worms in my crop from them, and never had it in the past. But some of the things that did fine really is just about my olive tree. That's the only thing that did okay. We'll take a look at these. This is really interesting. So right here, this is a seedling Sapodilla. This is a seedling. And I mean, for the most part, yeah, it's burned, but it's still pretty green. I mean, not too worried about that. Whereas I have other Sapodillas, like this one over there, that tree right there, that's completely burned. Completely burned. Macadamia nut did all right. Got a little zapped. That's fine. Longan got pretty wrecked as well. My Jaboticabas did okay. Those are looking fine. Yeah, it came in, the freeze came in way harder than I expected. My forecasts called it to be about 26, 27, and it was really about 22. So, just for my documentation, my main goal was to keep the trees alive. Anything that was grafted, my goal was to keep the graft alive and forget about the rest. This is a Kasturi mango, and I haven't even checked it yet. I mean, the top, it's a good sign that the leaves are falling off, but what I care about is right here, this graft. So let me see, I haven't checked it yet. It's green enough right here. Let me see if I can focus this. Green enough right there. It'll probably make it, but forget about the whole canopy, that's gone. Just a rough time to be a mango grower. Jaboticabas, all right, totally fine. Lost a couple leaves, but some good flowers in there. You got a good amount of blooms. Who knows if those got zapped. Never seen the black sapote get so wrecked in my life. I mean, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What's sad is this is a Rollinia, and I think this whole tree is just gone. I mean, when I came out here, I poked my finger in it, and it is just squishy. Whole tree. So this one's gone. And it only ever made one fruit for me, which is fine. Didn't expect much, but yeah, this is just a squishy tree. This thing is toasted, and you know what? I'm just gonna plant a mango there. No big deal. Plant a mango, maybe another Rollinia, who knows? It really just shows you that, you know, you can change things and try to modify. I think I'm kind of done with these like little niche fruits that I can't bring to market. Here's that olive tree I was talking about. This one did a-okay. If you're looking for a cool little olive tree, cold resistant, this one seemed to do all right. This is the Arbequina variety. Oh, this one hurts my heart. This is a huge African pride Atamoya. Many a scions were taken from this tree. Haven't checked it yet. So, okay, that's actually really good. Haven't checked this one, but if I could scratch it, right there, we got some green. So I actually thought this one was going to be toasted like the Rollinia. I guess this one's a little more tolerant. I mean, check it out. Orange sherbet tree. Zapped. This one's zapped. And I wish the leaves were falling off, but they're hanging on. Not gonna prune them anytime soon. Probably will wait till I even maybe see a bud where that's at. And go from there. But we got our fall colors in Florida this year, so people are happy. This is a new variety of mango right here. It's called Red Leaf, and gonna be bringing it to market. Red Leaf mango, super healthy, very good. I'm joking. Ice cream bean, flowered right before the cold, wrecked. Rosy gold mango, devastated. This black sapote had quite a bit of fruit on it. As you can see, they are black now. That, my friends, now that's a black sapote. Oh yeah, nice and black. Look at that one. So I don't think the seeds are going to be viable from that one. So a couple more small trees over here. I got a Seacrest mango here. Haven't really checked on it. Not looking too good. Not looking good at all. What about down here? Well, little soft. Okay, you know what? That's all I could hope for right there, my friends. Some green right above the graft. That's the only thing I wanted. A little green above the graft. Okay, no, this is the Seacrest. That's Pineapple Pleasure. Now this one is one I was hoping it's gonna make it. I haven't checked it either. This is the Bangapali mango. Did the same thing. Foam noodle around the tree. Mulch pile. All up in this joke. And let's take a look. Green, alright. Kind of green, yeah. Yeah. Little green action right here. So, hopefully that Bangapali lives. But see, like, I was dumb because lessons to Hunter, I would have literally just dug this thing up, take me 5 minutes, put it in a pot, put it in the garage, and it would be totally fine. So, dummy me, learning for next time. Maybe, you know, if I have some other small ones, you know, I'll just dig them up and put them in the garage. They'll do fine. It's hard when your trees get to be sizable because, you know, you can't really cover them that well. So, and I don't have any of the smudge pots or anything like that. So, you know, even white sapote got wrecked back there. Lemon zest mango. It was flowering, but for me, in Central Florida, this one produces like crap. Doesn't produce too well, but what's interesting is I took a scion, grafted on another tree, and the other tree made good fruit. So, maybe tree dependent. So, lemon zest. It's interesting, I'll show you the way I shaped this. This one's really pretty. So, did like this open canopy type of deal here. Just a nice shape. So, you know, I guess going forward, I can prune the rest to give them the shape I want. You know, and a whole row over there, probably got maybe 30 more varieties over there, and they all seem to be doing okay. Just keep the grafts alive, mulch all around them, try to keep that ground heat in the mulch. Use fresh mulch. As it's breaking down, it actually creates heat. And from that video before, it's interesting, you look at the temperature inside the mulch pile. I mean, that's the difference between buying new trees and keeping your variety alive. So I just called tree trimming companies, have them bring it out and spread it all around, you know. But yeah, just a sad time to be a mango guy. This is a lemon meringue mango. Very small. I mean, it's what I hate to see is when these leaves are just hanging on there like that. Like, it would be a promising sign if they fell off. But if you grow any tropical trees, you're probably feeling it too, unless you're in super South Florida. This is that other Sapodilla, the one that's completely wrecked. This is the Maycock variety. And it had so many fruits on it, like the first year that it was actually gonna start fruiting well. I mean, every branch has a good amount of fruit, so those are gone. Bananas, I'm glad those got shot back like that. I'm gonna take them out anyways. These are the other Cecropias that I've got here. And look at this. Just bleedy, bleedy, bleedy. Looks like it bled. And it's not happy. Not too happy, but check this out. This is what's interesting. I went ahead and was just checking them. I have this little like scraper pole here, so I go like this and I just kind of check it like that, and that's you could call it brown, kind of green. These have been in the ground for 3 years, no, maybe 4. But yeah, I mean, I just thought it was really interesting the way the whole thing started bleeding. Now you got these half colors all the way down where the sap was on it. So yeah, overall in the future, I'll probably be doing things a little differently. I'm still growing mangoes. I'm, you know, never give up on a Florida mango, but yeah, I'll just be ripping anything out of the ground that's small enough to do it, you know, crossing fingers and watching the weather. But hopefully we're done with the freezes for this year. Who knows, but I'm not pruning anything for a few months. So this is that tree from the video before that I recorded on my phone. This is a sweet tart, and this is the mulch pile that was around it. And just for example's sake, I mean, you come here, take a little scratchy scratch, you know, and that's fine. That right there, that's gonna do it. But if we go up the tree where it was not covered, I mean, this is done for. Forget about that. Forget about that. It's done. So the greenhouse, I'll show you that real quick. I went in and I took everything out of the greenhouse and I put it in the garage. So got some cool varieties here that I'm gonna replant eventually. You know, we got ambrosia, white peary, him cigar. This one's a pettigrew that I grafted. All these were recently grafted, and I brought them inside, and they're gonna make it. They'll be all right. You know, so overall, fared fine enough, but definitely set us back a few years. So don't get down. You know, trees regrow, and we still do it because we love it. So be well, everyone, and just wanted to document this. And if you made it this far, thanks for listening to me ramble. Peace.